Better. Okay. Hey guys, we're back. Oh, ah, nobody shut up. Hey guys, in 1970 here, and we're back onto the deck profile or Vanguard. So let's get this started. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this, and leave a comment down below. So, today we're going to be showing off my Baromagnes deck, or well, 15 sold, like I said. It's not exactly. It's almost a guarantee you get a 15 soul every time with this kind of deck profile. Almost. The only problem is if you brick or you mess up combo, there's well, yeah. Mhm. So we'll start with the deck profile and we'll go from there. Grab the cards and stuff. Yeah. So yeah. We're gonna start with Y line. Even though you guys probably know the Y line by now. It's this deck been out for a long while, so yeah. So you guys probably will know the why right now, but who knows? Okay. Okay. We got Unchained Burning. These are grade one, not grade one, grade zero. 5,000 seal, 600, 6,000 attack, dark state, of course, human, and this has the same pattern of every grade zero one. The why not part. When this card's rolled up on, if you're going second, draw one card. So yeah, that's him. And now let's go for the second person. Why not? Deep Tracer. Grade 1. 5,000 shield. 8,000 attack. Dark State. And Dark Human. Auto. When this card is placed on Vanguard, soul charge 1. During your turn, if you have 10 or more in your soul, this card in the rear guard, this card gets plus 10,000. Yep. And next one. Okay. We got Electro Symptom. Or the Spark. Mind Sparked. Yeah. When this card is rolled up by Master of the Gravity, Baromagnes, put this card, put a card from your hand into Soul, draw one card, and then Soul Charge one. When this card is placed on Weird Card, Counterblast one, Soul Charge two. It has 10,000 power, grade 2, of course, 5,000 seal, and Dark State Cuban. And then last card of the white line, the one and only Baromagnes. Grade 3, of course, 13,000 power, Dark State Cuban, and then when this card attacks, counterblast one, and perform all of these following. Sorry, I'm trying to person according to the number of cards in your soul. 5 or more, draw one card. 10 or more, gets 10,000 power plus 1 critical. They'll end the battle. And then 15 or more, both you and your opponent put all their other rear cards into the soul. Choose up to 2 of your rear cards from your soul and put them back into the rear guard circles, and they get plus 10,000 more attack. And of course, he has 13,000. I didn't say that. My bad. So, yeah, that's what he does. On to the explaining of the deck. First, we're going to go over triggers. I have a little bit of a different trigger lineup than other people do for this kind of deck. Because I like wanting those kind of triggers, which I'll show you in a second. First, this is my heal trigger. Of course, I get 10,000 power for when it wheels or trigger check. Rate 0, 1500 seal, 5,000 attack, Dark State, Sparkin, and her name is Des. Um, um, this is the one for Bruce. This is the Bruce Girl. And this, I'm not reading it right now, I'm sorry. But yeah. And of course, I won her at 4. Okay, the West are going to be almost all the rest of the sugars are going to be for this kind of deck. Okay, now for my first critical sugar is Ferris Sparkin Dark Stick Human Force, 5,000 attack, 1,500 shield, grade 0, 10,000, and it's 10,000 when you trigger it, and then critical, of course. Which critical means and of course, I won this at 4. Next one is another critical sugar. Steam Device Dragon. 15, 1,500 shield, 4,000 attack, grade 0, of course. Oh, I'm not going to keep on reading grade. You guys should probably know that all triggers are 0 for Overdress right now. 10,000 when it triggers. Wheel. Dark State. Oh. Wow. Gen. Gears Dragon. Okay, so. And then, of course, in the reason why you won it, at the end of the battle, when this card loosens it, and put it into soul in this card, that you can choose one of your units, and that gets plus 2,000. So, yeah, that's the reason why I won it. I won this at 4. Okay. This is the one that some people don't run because it's either fun or draw for this kind of deck. And I like winning draw trigger for this kind of deck. So 5,000 seal, 10,000 when you reveal a trigger. 4,000 attack. Oh yeah, name of course. Rose, Wild Master, Winden. Uh, I hate. It's Dark State Elf, and then if your opponent is grade 3 or more, this unit gets plus 5,000 more for shield. So it comes to 10,000 shield when your opponent's a grade 3. This at 3. You guys know it. You guys play an Overdress. Over sugar. So yeah, it has 50,000 shield, 5,000 attack, 1,000,000, 100 million power when it triggers, and then its ability or Haiti the dragon duty of no wait not duty despair of regeneration. Yeah, I barely read the card. Grow made whole. Grow made whole. I don't know. I just read it down. That. Okay. Of course, it has the deal text thing. When you may trigger only one over trigger in your deck, of course, you may only have one in your deck. When you reveal this, remove this from the game and draw one card. Choose one of your units and it gets plus 100 million power till the end of the turn. If it was revealed during your try check, it gets this additional effect. Additional effect. You get during your turn, all your vanguards gets plus 10,000 power, one critical until the end of this fight. So from now on, if you show to turn your trigger step when you're going for when you attack with your vanguard is always going to have plus 10,000 more power and one critical. I really do love. Okay, and now we'll start with the grade ones. Here's the first one. Only one that's on one, of course. Deep Sparker. Yeah, Sean Kerr. Done that. Oh yeah, he's fun. Is this Jonathan? Jonathan? I don't know. 5,000 seal. When this card is placed on Vanguard, of course, Soul Charge 1, and then you know what the other effect is during your turn. Get plus 10,000. When the weird art circle. You got 10 or more in soul. That's 8,000 attack. That stuff. So you guys know this because I already showed you him. So I'm not going to be explaining much for him. Do one of him, and then for him, Storm, Screwdriver. Yeah, Brainstorm Screwdriver. He's has 5,000 shield, 8,000 attack, Dark Days Cumin. His effect is when this card is placed on Weird Guard, Soul Charge 1. When your card when when your card is placed into the soul by soul shards, if your Vanguard's grade 3 or greater, this card gets plus 5,000 until the end of this turn. Plus 10,000 if you soul shards too. For so he keeps on getting power up more by more every time you get soul charge when you become grade 3. That's the reason why I want him. And I want to add 4. Oh, and yes, for the picture thing, I only have 1 SP, so yeah, that's the one I want to show off more. That's the reason why it's there. And so let's go on to the next one. Despair. Devil Gonbro is it has 5,000 seal, 8,000 attack, Dark State Demon. I mean, it's a demon rat, so yeah. Um, Rearguard. When your Vanguard attacks, you have 3 or more standing rearguards. Retire this card. It's new event. Soul Shards 2. Choose up to 1 card with the same name as your main Vanguard on their soul and put it in on top of your deck. Yeah. So yeah, I want him at 2. Of course, the only reason why I want him for Soul Shard back. I don't really ever use him for boosts. And you use him for like grade 1 or grade 2 mostly. If you haven't been able to use him and got him by grade 3, well, he's just going to be used for guard mostly by then. Hmm. On to the next perfect guards. Well, of course, perfect guard means it can protect you from any damage. This is the Regis Hades Dragon. No, wait, we call Hades Dragon, my bad. Dark State Abyss Dragon, 6,000 attack, and then when this unit is put into on your G zone, choose one of your units and it cannot be hurt for until the end of the battle. If your hand has 2 or more, choose 1 card from your hand and discard it. So that means if your hand has 1 card left, don't discard for this. That's why people play this one, and I play this at 4, of course. And then last grade one thing I play is an order. Order soul. What this does is this lets you soul shards too. The old order does. It's a very old order now, but it still does better than you think. And I want him at 2. And then now let's get to the grade 2. First one we got Shellfish in Engineer. Or is it Engineer? Oh, wait. Engine Grabber. That's what it's called. 5,000 shield, 10,000 power, Darcy Cumin. The only reason why I won this mostly is for the second effect. Until they give us something else that does it, I'm going to keep on running this. Oh, also, this is my hollow version of it. Got one hollow version and one not. Because I want this at 2. I want to make them both hollow eventually. Rear guard. When this attack hits, soul charge 1. At the end of the battle, this unit attack. Your soul has 10 or more. Put this card into your soul, countercharge 1. That's literally the main goal I wanted is this for the countercharge for her. Because there's barely any dark state cards that countercharge. And I need to countercharge more for this deck if I don't have enough damage taken by them. Denying you, but they're one Baromagnes. They're going to sometimes. Trust me. Okay, next we got Steam Mage Arthur. He has 5,000 seal, 10,000 attack, Dark State, Gearoid. And what he does when he's in the G zone for guarding you. If you have 7 or more in your soul, this card could plus 5,000 more shield. When this card is retired from G Guard, you may put this card into your soul. And we won this at 3. Yes. On to the next grade 2. And the last one. Electric Sparkton. I already explained him, so I'm not going to explain him again. I won him at 3 in the main deck and 1 in the wide. It's mostly just because Counterbrush 1 Soul Charge 2. That's the reason why you won him at 3. And now let's get to the grade 3s. First, we have Mantonus Magician Curious. Dark State, Elf, 13,000 attack. No shield, of course, because they're great threes. Great threes never have shield. Well, for dark states, they don't use the shield. There are some that do. When this card is placed on Weird Guard, if your Vanguard's Bear Master the Gravity Baromagnes, Soul Charge 2. Weird Guard. And this heal I barely use, but I do use it and it helps sometimes. If your If your soul is 10 or more, counterblast 2, and all your fund will get plus 5,000 until the end phase. I won this at 4. Next one is my order. No, not exactly mine. It's more Bruce's order. Pandemonium second. Or Pandemonium Tracker Wednesday. I think that's what it's called. Okay. Grade 3 order. And what it does, play this card by counterblasting 1. Soul Charge 4. Then, if you're in Final Rush mode, perform all these following effects, amounting to the number of cards your soul has. 6 or more, draw 1 card. 8 or more, all of your one will get plus 10,000 till the end of the turn. And then 12 or more, choose one of your vanguards and it gets plus 1 critical to the end of the turn. I don't need to care about that. The only reason why I won this is for plus 4 soul. I won this at 3. That's the main reason why I run it in this kind of deck for the plus 4 soul. So you can see it already. Alright. Okay. Oh, did not realize that? Okay. Okay. That's about it. Even though I only got 2 cards left. Like I said, that's my bad on that. I do have something better as a camera that you guys know, but I don't have something to hold a camera. So I can't do both at the same time. Showing the cards and doing the explaining and stuff at the same time. If I did, I would have done that. Last 2 cards is, of course, Baromagnes. I won this at 2 in the main deck. If you guys are wondering why I won this at 2, it's just because I didn't want it to get clogged with Baromagnes for me to brick on it so often. Even though people would say that's not a brick. For this kind of deck it is sometimes. So that's the reason why I only won him at 2. So yeah. So, yeah, that's the deck. Okay. Okay. Let's go on to let me show you what this deck can do a little bit. And how to do a little bit of a 15 soul combo. If I don't break. So yeah. Let's shuffle. But yeah. But yeah, this is the deck profile I've been running for the tournaments lately, and it really is very good. I love the 15 version. Even though a lot of people love the 10 version, I love the 15 soul version. It's so much, I wouldn't say better, but in my own opinion, I think it is better. But for other people's opinion, they may think the 10 soul is better. It's their own opinion. I just love the 15 soul one, just so you guys know. So yeah, let's get this shown on the road of how this deck runs a little bit. Hmm, So yeah. Of course, I do it that way, but I'll just do it this way because that's how people usually do it. Okay, so let's get a little bit more shuffling. And draw my first hand. Nope, one too many, my bad. No, wait, that was correct. Okay, so this is what I've drawn so far. So the only one thing I need to put back is the trigger. And then draw for turn. That's better. Okay. So, well, not draw for turn. Draw for what I put back. So yeah, that is what this way. Sure. Um, the critical sugar back. Did that. That. And then we're going to, of course, lay that down. Oops. Okay. So let's start this off. I'm going to say I got one that I will, of course, and go on first. Draw for turn. Perfect draw. It's a heel sugar. Okay, so you discard a heel sugar, of course, to put him there. Um, put the top card in your deck into soul. It was him, and then go pass. It'll be your opponent's turn. Then they would do their first attack. They'll let it hit. Of course, sugar set, critical sugar, power to Vanguard. I'm just trying to do this and going to the view. I'm just going to bring this out of the view a little bit more, just so you guys can see this more. I don't know. Just to get more seeing room. Okay. So yeah, you usually choose to take some damage if you need to, and then drop a turn, of course. This turn I would just discard her because there's no need for her right now. Is either do you discard her or do you discard one of the grade threes? Hmm. Actually, no. This would be one of the worst case scenario part of discarding. Was okay. Hey, when do you have to do this with this deck? Discard your perfect guard. Seriously, hate when you have to do it, but you don't have a choice and you don't have anything better to discard, then discard your perfect guard. because you want to hold on to literally everything that the two soul stars. So put him in the back row, like so. That's one. Yeah. And then when he gets placed, of course, actually back row right here, and soul charge one since he got placed, and then place the rat, and then have your main Vanguard attack. Last ability, retire him. Soul charge 2. And then he's going to attack. Sugar check, no sugar. Esparso. And then these two will attack. Soul's at 6 right now. So I can't do her ability, of course. That's it. Let's say they did at her hit. Soul charge 1. Okay. And then there we go. Of course, I would take the damage because I have no choice. So sugar check, no sugar. Sugar check, no sugar. And let's say they try to deal one more damage. Sugar check, no sugar. Okay, there we go. Draw one. Perfect. Oh, you guys didn't. Okay, yeah, I did that. Perfect. Okay, draw that. We need to discard one. Okay. Okay. So we'll discard the parcel in case if we got on there or two, and then ride him or stand them all up. Put this card from my hand into the soul. Draw one. Soul charge one. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's that easy. Push him, soul charge 2. Let's say they didn't choose to kill her. That's the reason why I say that. If they did choose to kill her, I would not have thrown away the butter soul. I would have thrown away the thing that's not so charged. I would have thrown away um Bobby him. Then his effect, soul charge 2. Okay. And then if you have still the current buses, of course we'll just use them. From below. 1,500 to the below. Not 1,500, 5,000. So and what's counter us again? 2 more. And 10,000 to the front row. So we'll have this attack first for 23. This since I soul charge 2, this got four counters on it. No wait. I soul charge 1 more, so it has 5 counters. Forgot to mention the soul charge from him. So 5 counters. So that's plus 25 more power. So this is 23 to your opponent. And then this will attack. So this is 20 plus 33. So this is 53 to your opponent. Let's say that hit, and Soul Charge 1, and then put her into Soul. One of my counterblast. Have this attack. After this, counterblast. Put these into Soul. Bring out, of course, him, and another copy of him, and then draw one. You want to know what I draw? It's not a perfect card, so I have 2 perfect cards in my hand right now. Just gonna put that right there so you guys can see it. So this is attacking for 23 critical. Sugar Shack, no sugar. Sugar Shack, critical sugar. Let's say they choose the card, because they usually do. Post it back to this one. And then 28, and then another 38 critical. And then you're ready for next turn because of this. So did already you would guard for your first card with this, and then guard for your second card with him, and then perfect card, and then perfect card. And go back to your turn, so on and so forth. If you need to. You would have to only take 1 damage if you needed to, so search that critical here. And that's 1 damage you would take. And then if you need to guard, you can combine guard them for, of course, 25 more. Then at the end of that, put that into soul. This one there. And put this in there. And you have 2 more perfect guards for 2 more attacks if you need to. Really counts the way out the attack. And then next turn you have your plays, which you draw. Draw the overshirt, but that sounds actually good, but that's fine. So you have another shield if you need it. So, yep, that's the basic example of how this deck works a little bit. Now the game doesn't always end up like that. They sometimes do destroy the weird art and stuff. But if they choose not to, or they choose to took nothing hit, or I was still gone in it. I said, let's say it in. So, yep. And that's the kind of basic of how this deck works for um Baromagnes. I know I didn't get to show you much about it of how it works, but I just showed you how one of the 15 soul combos. There's many different other kind of combos for it, but you will figure it out while you're playing it. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoy the profile of the my Vanguard deck. If you guys want to try it for your own tournaments, you can. Regionals, have fun. Um, well, not regionals. Festival event or the festival event that's coming up, or is it? I don't know if it's already came, but no. It comes in May. My bad. For the festival event, you can try this deck out for that. It's a really decent deck. It, like I said, almost a guarantee every time 15 soul. Just make sure you hold on to the cards that let you soul charge more. Then hold on to the cards that let you guard. Guard when you need to. That's what I'm saying. And that's the reason why I play him at 3, because that if I guard when I needed to, I still get to the soul charge. So, and one for my book. So yeah. But that's mainly what this deck does, and the explaining of the example of how to get 15 soul and stuff. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the profile of it. And if you guys want to make your own deck of this, that's how you make it. So yeah. So see you guys next time. Peace. Alright. This is 1970 signing off. Bye guys.